Well, hello everyone, Will Tennant here, aka ITSMYYARD, and it's time to talk about what I got to play yesterday. Oh, it was so sweet. Oh, my darlings, it was so nice. Now, in terms of general gameplay for 2K18 vs 2K17, there isn't much. There's the core premise of 2K17 with all the extra features. That was a given from what the gameplay was, and is a given from what all the other YouTubers have been saying when they played it at SummerSlam. Now, to give you some context, this was the same build as the SummerSlam build, so all the other guys have played it before me, but there was some stuff that they didn't catch before, and the amount of time they've got was probably the same as me, and because I knew what they had already done, I tried to go in a different direction where I could. It's not much I could do, it was just one-on-one matches with, I think it was 6 of the main guys, Corbin, AJ, Cena, Orton, Seth and Samoa Joe, I think were the 6. Didn't get a chance to play with all of them. A couple of main things which I thought were different, and granted this isn't the final build. You've got Seth Rollins' new finisher, the I'll call it the Kingslayer knee for all purposes. That's an actual down position move, much like the curb stomp was. He picks them up and then does the Rainmaker into the knee, which is weird. For all purposes, I would have thought it just would have been. I get it from the dragging up, and you had a few Japanese wrestlers like Kenta Kobashi would lift them up to then do a lariat, but it's a bit odd. There is a new attitude adjustment for John Cena. It's an avalanche version of the attitude adjustment. It also has a pin combo, which is pretty sweet because they land on their belly and he rolls them over to do the pinfall, which I thought was very, very cool. I'm sure we'll see footage of that before launch because it was fantastic. The big thing I'm going to say was the drag and carry scenario, because it's the ultimate control moves but taken to that next level, what it should be for a game that's now 17 years old, or for a series for over 10 years, of course, for that initial ultimate control moves to appear. Now, you must have stamina. If you run out of stamina, the move will automatically stop. It'll be countered, basically. The opponent will gain control. You'll be fatigued and you'll land on the knee. Very much like the old control moves as well. It is context sensitive. As far as I could tell, if you're in a position you move towards, let's say, the ropes, for instance, you don't have to press a different button. It should do it automatically. At least that was what it felt like when I was doing it. So there was the snake eyes. I was able to perform the buckle bomb, and it was a corner maneuver. You basically put them in the powerbomb position, you ran slowly, and then you were heading towards the corner anyway. The key, I think the big thing is you can do finishes from the drag and carry position, which I think is really cool. So for instance, John Cena, his attitude adjustment is that if you put them into any drag and carry position and you've got a finisher, it will highlight the finisher button, so you can go and cross and transition into it. Good if you want to get them into an exact position for a table spot or a weapon spot, or just to get them away from the ropes. I think that comes very in handy. I did perform a really cool looking 8-foot powerbomb. I'll explain it a bit better in another video with the drag and carry system, because if you play 2K17 you'll know that some people have that sort of slingshot into the barricade, the swing, Cesaro swing style. That's kind of what the powerbomb to the apron did. It was that and then into the swing. It looked brutal, it looked like an old AJ Styles bump, if people remember those days. Oh yeah. I did perform some moves into the corner, into the ring post as well. It didn't seem like there was a running corner, like barricade, buckle bomb or anything like that. It didn't seem to work when you're outside to run. But that could have been that build, but it certainly didn't feel like anything was meant to happen outside there. I did put people into the tree row. That is still back there as a position. And there's actually a nice little animation for one as well, if I recall. And you still can't do the grab the neck when you're outside the ring and they're in the tree row position. That wasn't there in that build. Not to say it won't be in the final version, but it just doesn't seem likely at this point. What else we talk about? Signatures can also be done in that position. The perfect 10, the fireman carries neck breaker that AJ Styles does. If you've got the signature and you're in the fireman carry position, again, drag and carry works on that maneuver. And the Styles clash as well, from what I got told. One thing I didn't try out, but apparently Vicious Prism, who was there right beside me, I learned the spot and do it. Apparently you can cancel finishes and signatures that lead into the drag and carry position, which I think is cool if that's possible. I never got to do it myself, but you can. I did retweet it. If you follow me on Twitter at ITSMYYARD, you'll be able to see it there. What else? What else can we go through to be explained? There is diving maneuvers. Oh, there's a great suicide dive that Seth has. It's far better than these quick animations. AJ has a quick suicide dive this year, but Seth's one just looks brilliant. Looks so sweet. When they'll show gameplay for it, it'll blow your head. So it's just as good. It was playing on a PS4 Pro, so graphically, yeah, it knocked it out of the park. These TVs weren't even 4K TVs, but the difference between 2K17 and 2K18 is extremely noticeable, and it is more so to do with the sets, the rings, the LED balls and everything like that. The wrestlers themselves do look a lot more texturized because of that as well. We don't know what the difference is going to be between the PS4 version and a PS4 Pro version. Same for an Xbox One and an Xbox One X, because we don't have any context. The only thing I could compare it to maybe is that original SummerSlam B-roll footage was not from a PS4 Pro but a normal PS4. That's the only way I could think of the difference between the graphics, because of those high-res images and whatnot. With the drag and carry moves, there was, depending on the superstar, they were able to toss them outside as well, which certain maneuvers, which was over the ropes. It's pretty cool. Can't remember who did it. Was it Joe? I think I did it with Joe. Yeah, I think it was Joe. That was cool. It was cool to watch anyway. Randy Orton looks great. New entrance. Well, the entrance with the hoodie and vest thing. AJ looks great. They all look good. I don't think there's a bad character in the mix of what we saw. We only got 90 minutes or so to play. It wasn't a huge length of time, especially that I took 2 planes that took longer than that, each of them. Not to mention delays. I didn't get home till 1 o'clock this morning after waking up at 6 AM. Not great, but I committed to doing this. Really am committed to doing this sort of stuff, because that's what I've been doing the past 11 years. I'm grateful that I get to go invited to these things and play the game early, but I like playing the game anyway. It would make a difference if I played it early or played it on launch day or whatever. I'll still play it. And there is big things apparently happening this week. I know Denkops has already mentioned rumours of stuff happening this week. There is stuff coming out this week, and that's all I can say as well. We were given a little bit of information, but the full information is going to be released sometime this week, so keep your eyes peeled for that, and when we do know, you'll see it on this channel as well. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a like on this video. Of course, leave a like on this video, because I need love. I really do need the love. Anyway, what else can we talk about when it came to playing the game? Pin bar, exactly the same. It had been enlarged, same for the submission, but it's exactly the same. The submission system is exactly the same. However, whereas in 2K17 this submission bar, once it disappeared, you escaped. It disappeared, and then you still had to wait another second or so before it you escaped, which is kind of weird. I don't know if that was part of it or not, but maybe because that bigger bar you don't see the inner workings of the escape. Who knows? What else? Pin bar, yeah, pin positions were exactly the same, because I kicked out at 1 or 2 every time. Got hit by finishers. Oh, that reminds me of a funny story. Right, we were playing the AI. It was John Cena versus Baron Corbin. I had gotten deep sixed, I think, or some sort of big move as Cena. So I was lying dead on the mat, and then AJ Styles comes out randomly, gets into the ring, and Styles clashes Baron Corbin, then walks away. This was no disqualifications. There was countouts, but no disqualifications. And Cena was still on the mat. Baron Corbin then tries to pin me after getting hit by a Styles Clash. Granted, there was a big interlude, but Cena was completely dead. Still kicked out at 1 because I'm Cena, but it's one of those cool things. So the running aspects I think is cool. There's a lot more new cutscenes for that aspect. I was able to turn on and display counts as well. Couldn't turn on blood, I'm afraid, so there's no way I could check that either, I'm afraid, guys. That's just one of those things that had to be done. Hopefully when we get close to the final build of the game, we'll be able to test a lot more things in the waters. I was able to add camera cuts when they're outside, the sort of the 2K17 cuts where they have in the camera where it would be just overlooking the ring. You had those shots where it was from the corners and stuff. You can turn them on. I don't think it's the default though. Table, mounts cable on the Raw table. Nice animation there, but it sort of gels into the moves that are normally there anyway. But I'm assuming you wouldn't be able to do a diving OMG moment from that table because there didn't seem to be anything there. But I didn't get a chance to go up there because countouts were on. Apart from doing a breakout, there wasn't much time to orchestrate much of those things. I couldn't throw anyone off the stage, but I wasn't using a guy that I think would make it work, such as like Samoa Joe, because you saw on the trailer I think Joe chucked Seth Rollins. I was using Seth at the time. I tried to do a powerbomb or something like that. I might have just not been in position, but you could jump down off the stage as you could in 2K17, walk around the back of the arena and everything as well. You couldn't grab the chairs where JoJo and the Timekeeper were. They just sat down there. They didn't move. So if you whip someone there, they didn't budge. Although the guy with the superstar you whipped there would stop just before they get hit. There was some nice little, I think, redefining animations as well. The small package driver, the God Basket that Seth Rollins has, looks a lot better, but I don't think it's a new animation. I think it's just been tightened. Again, with the PS4 Pro, it looks a lot better. We don't have a date for the Switch, we just have fall 2017, so that probably means it's not for launch. But still all to go for PS4 and Xbox One versions of games to come out next month. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to discuss with you guys, because I think we've pretty much covered most of it. Although, knowing me, there is probably something absolutely jarring that needs to be said. No, I think finishers. John Cena has the STF as a signature now, which I thought was. I kind of get it. Cena doesn't really get many tap outs now. But having the AA and Avalanche AA is the new finishers for him. And then, yes, Seth Rollins has. I'm trying to think. I think he had the curb stomp. I feel like it was the knee and the curb stomp and not the pedigree. So this is the thing, when you don't have footage to compare, you can't check. But answers on the post, maybe another YouTuber like Spank Talks has already posted that before, I can't remember. But it has the Kingslayer in here, and I don't remember it, the other one being the pedigree. Could be wrong. Totally could be wrong on that. I know he's got the Boca Bomb as a sig and a normal super kick this year, not the schoolboy into the kick. Which is fair enough. Having a normal super kick is fine. Super kick parties all round. It's all good. It's all good, people. Corbin, we think for the Dragon Carry will be able to combo into End of Days as well. There's nice pin combos for Deep Six and End of Days anyway, and ring escapes and stuff like that. Still in the game. Still no real changes to it. We're just going to wait until we get the next opportunity to play the game, which won't be too long, I don't think. It should be fun to play, and we'll be able to show footage for you just before launch as well. And then, of course, we've got the game. I mean, we're 4 weeks away. It's not long. It's not long. You can be patient. You can wait, and we'll see goodness very, very soon. So, are you ready for this week? I hope you are. Be prepared. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you next time, folks. Will Tennant signing off. If we can press the right button to turn off. Yay!